Right. Now you can see me and hear me. So let's get into it. Guys, I apologize, man. My struggle streaming is crazy, but we're here. Let's go. We are back in here. Let's just go.
So here's a hot take that I would love feedback on. I wonder if a lot of the reason that men can't commit to women or why we're having such an issue with dating and heterosexual relationships is because more men are down low than we ever expected. So we're all out here dating a bunch of gay men who can't admit that to themselves. Therefore, can't admit that to us.
That's dangerous. Now that's dangerous.
I really want to know why are some women so obsessed with homosexuality?
Seriously, man.
It's not an obsession, Jay. It's too many women, especially married women, that y'all see it, don't deny it. They are exposing them. Text messages, Instagram DMs.
Yeah. Oh, they got men that look like us. That acting like they not gay and they gay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the whole point of being DL2. You have to have a beard. I guess that's what they're calling it. You have to live this life like you're something you're
and
not.
You gotta say, I would never do that. I'm not that type of dude. I like women. You say all of that stuff. It's very dangerous.
So there are women that weaponize it to make men feel bad just because they're not desirable, or just this man don't find you attractive, or it's just not working out. Take that in. And then there are women that do have the experience. It's like, I'm going through your phone and why is there a dig in your phone and it don't belong to you? It's not yours. You know, it's like, what's going on? So
the truth is, especially black women like to use the whole gay thing to emasculate men. Like, that's what, they call you sassy, they call you gay. Anytime you try to hold them accountable, anytime you have your standards higher than what they can meet, they call you sassy and gay. Even when a man says, I need a woman who cares for me, they're like, oh, you're sassy, oh, you're gay. They use that to shame men.
I think bisexuality is actually, I think it's dangerous.
Can a man be bisexual?
If they can be,
No, he's gay.
Pick a side.
No man can be no bisexual. He's gay.
Wrong, Q.
No way.
Wrong, Q. Because I used to think
No, I'm not. You can't take a little dick and be bi. You can't.
No, it's not that. No, it's not that men will say, "Oh, I don't like that," and I'm not bi. It's can you get it for a woman and a man? Scientifically,
that's a bisexual.
Biologically. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me finish.
No.
That makes you bisexual because true gay men, flamboyant or not, will tell you they'll see breasts. They be in a strip club. They'll be around their friends twerking, and they don't have like the thought or the urge to want to do nothing.
So what are you saying? What does that mean? What are you saying?
I'm saying that as a man, if a woman can still sexually stimulate you, technically
Still gay.
you are bisexual, but you cannot deny that. No, I don't like men. Yes, you do.
No. Let me
Gay.
I think that there are real bisexual men like that.
No, you can't take no peen or suck peen and say you bi. You gay.
Listen. Hold on.
Dick
I don't
first,
want
and then maybe you like women on the side as an appetizer.
No, it's not no maybe. I'm saying.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I want to level set here, because y'all combining subjects, right? Sometimes y'all just ain't got it. And that don't have nothing to do with him being bisexual, right? That don't have nothing to do with him liking men.
Facts.
Sometimes y'all just y'all don't do it for a nigga.
Could be a breath.
Yeah, but that's when they call the man gay. Like I said, anytime a man has standards over here and some black women can't meet them, all they say is he's gay, he's sassy, he likes men. If you're gay, just say that. They also sometimes say if you're broke, just say that. Because they complained about men not having standards. But as soon as men started knowing their worth, what do they say? Oh, he's gay.
It could be a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It could be a lot of things. So I want to be very clear that, bisexual, him liking me, that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that he might not be able to get it up for you. You just, you know what I'm saying, just ain't popping like that. And so it's like, a lot of people be faking it's not what it is. You know what I'm
But
saying?
she
So-
might think I'm all that. I get like all these men look at me and you don't want me, so you might be like, you know what I'm saying? That's how her mindset is
So
going.
you agree?
Yeah, but it only comes out whenever they have a disagreement, though. It only
Facts.
comes out whenever they have some
When
sort
they
of
don't like what
disagreement
the
or
men
some
say.
sort of problems. That's when they run to the. It's like the first thing they run. Oh, he gay.
Yeah.
But it's a coping. I think it's a coping thing of women nowadays because there's a lot of single women, a lot of older single women 25 up that are single and they
Pretty
can't get
much,
a man,
Eddie,
and
pretty
they're like,
much.
oh, it's because all these men are gay, and it's like, no,
Yep.
they're not gay. They
Mhm.
just want
They
you.
don't want you.
Like
yeah.
a lot of these chicks is busted, bro. And they just, I'm being 100.
That's
You
real.
know, the thing that make guys attracted to y'all sometimes, y'all don't
don't have
always have it. Y'all don't always got sex appeal.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
Weave.
like,
Weaves
you know, I could hit it,
right here.
or I could go play video games. I'd rather go play video games.
They call
Sometimes
it
you just want to go game. You like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't. It's crazy. Like, this is the first generation of women that I see niggas actually will pass up pussy. And I don't think it's because they gay. I just think that some of these chicks is.
What do
like,
they know? What are they lacking? What are they lacking that they have?
attitude.
They like, no, I think that women, they don't have, a lot of these women ain't sexy. They don't have sex appeal.
They're
They
big.
just don't have the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
you
not
can
all
see-
about being half naked. It's a
yeah,
sex
like
appeal
they
thing.
don't even, they just, I don't know. A lot of women just ain't hitting. They just ain't hitting.
Facts.
There's an aura to a woman. I had
It
a
is,
friend.
man.
I had
Yeah,
a
sometimes the
friend, like,
communication.
dudes just never used to talk to her. Like I could go out with well, I never went out with a bonnet on. But anyways, if I went out with a bonnet on and like sweatpants, I could be looking like I just rolled out of bed. And she could come out with her best fit on. We would walk in the street and somebody would try to talk to me before they even looked at her.
But she might look too good. She might be intimidating. She might be too fine. When you're too fine, men don't like.
Too fine that nobody sees her.
Yeah, because they say, "Oh, I can't compete with her." Like,
You sound like a fake ass friend, Queen. That's
No. We're not friends no more. We're not friends.
No,
No
I mean,
more.
I'm just saying, and on the real, like, women will say, well, you know, maybe he ain't getting it up. It could be a combination of different things, but for whatever reason, you know, some women got it and some women don't, and it just is what it is. So that's a totally separate issue. Then you got, I think we over sexualize, we overstimulate it, right? So people watch too much fucking porn. And I know we don't talk about this because this is almost like a hidden subject. Y'all got these toys and y'all are addicted to them.
Facts.
Women are addicted to these fucking toys.
Facts.
And they acting like they not, and they can't get rid of them, and it fuck up your whole system, and y'all using it too much. And then you combine that with the fact that these chicks is watching a lot of. I'm being for real.
and then for using toys, you are the main one advocating.
That's not what he's saying.
And what pisses me off is then she has been using toys. Some of them have toys as big as this cup, and then they expect the man with his natural thing to come and do some damage. And then if you don't, they're like, "Oh, you can't handle me." Like, you've been using a whole, I don't know, bazooka, and you expect me to do exactly what your bazooka has been doing for all these months when you were single? Like, no.
Wait. Hold on. How am I mad?
What's up, Mr.
No, I'm saying, like, you say that women shouldn't be coughing it up, getting it up, but women still have needs, so they get it from
So
the back.
basically, y'all don't have no self-control no more like women of yesteryear. That's why y'all ain't got no more aura.
So you saying
yeah,
that
they don't care no more. They have their release already.
lose aura every time they DJ?
No, they
I
get
believe that- I believe
desensitized
that
down
women
there from
have-
using those machines.
Well,
I
speaking like
believe that
body-wise,
women have a spirit on them. It's almost like
that's what
a
he said.
vibe, and
Like a
guys
sex
can even
spirit.
tell a lot of times if a woman still has sexual, that femininity, if they've been used up and abused up a lot. Like, women have, like, seriously, and I don't like to say aura because I think that word is kind of overused.
The lustful.
But in the real life, in a real life, women have an aura, and you can see it on them. It's the way that they talk.
You can
It's-
feel it.
It's just a whole way.
Energy.
y'all don't have no self-control. Y'all act like niggas. It's a lot of y'all all look the fucking same. Y'all got the same kit. Y'all wear the same everything. It ain't no difference in y'all. You used to be able to go and kick it and just like you could go to the mall and it'd be all, it's just like Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors. It's the red bone, and then she looked different than the other red bone that looked different from the Kelly Rowland looking type chick, from this chick, and you know,
Big
and it's
thighs
like
and big thighs.
yeah, it was like it was even the bigger girls, they still had a level of sensuality,
yes.
sex appeal, and softness to them. And literally, you would fuck them all. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, what the fuck is going on? They all
They got hard too. Hard.
You know what a lot of women look like? They look like niggas. They look like
That's right.
they look like straight up female niggas, or they look like hard men. Now
It's their energy. Because back in the day, you know, you would think that the pretty girls, the really pretty, beautiful women would be the ones with the attitude. But these days, you know, you find one pretty girl with a bunch of average friends and they have more attitude than the pretty girl. You know, so there's something about, I don't know if you guys have come across a woman who has that feminine energy, the way she talks, like her energy, like you are in her presence, you feel something. Like you feel like, oh my God, like even the way she speaks, the softness in her voice. But you meet a woman and she's trying to dab you up, trying to, you know, give you the five and do all these, you know, things like a man. Like there's something, there's something about the energy, man. He's right. That the femininity among women is gone. Like you may pretty much, I mean, have a bestie who's a woman these days because she's gonna act like you as a man.
I don't know if society has kicked y'all ass. I don't know if the job market is fucking y'all up. I don't know if you combine that with the fact that y'all taking bad advice from other women, and then you combine the fact that y'all just overstimulated. You got these fucking toys, and it's not good. I'm telling you, it's not good. It's gonna fuck up your system. It's gonna fuck up everything. And so I'm just keeping it 100. Like I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm saying it in a positive way. Y'all missing something. There's something missing.
Something.
And niggas is. I don't remember a time where dudes was willing to pass up like hoes and be like, you know what, man, let's go hoop. Like I don't remember a time like that back when I was coming up. Like you fuck anything.
Fact.
But now it's like
it's a lot of factors.
Yeah, you know, like
when you said the toys gonna mess up their system, you talking about their
vibrators.
Yeah, they'll get desensitized now.
They burn with the flower.
But that don't have nothing to do with the aura. I think
it does.
It
It does, because if a woman is using a toy as big as this, right? Guess what? She's gonna be like, I don't need a man. I got my toy, because she knows naturally she's never gonna find a man whose mading dong is as big as this, whose mutombo is as big as this. You feel me? Even if she finds a man, he will try his best, and then she's gonna be like, oh, he can't satisfy me because she's used to using that big ass bazooka. Like, which man is gonna compete with that? He may do other things, right? But because he doesn't have a bazooka, you know, no, this is just my water bottle, man. This is just my water bottle. Just but you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Or mentally also.
Yeah, there's a lot to do with it. All of that.
That's what I'm getting to. I think when Anton kind of clarified, you said that in a sense, you're inviting, like, I'm just, you know, summarizing that you're inviting some sort of sexual, lustful demon inside of you, and it shadows the natural.
No. I'm saying separately from y'all not having aura, y'all are addicted to toys,
and that's contributing to why
I've heard women talking to women, and this is in real life. I've heard women talking to women and saying, I gotta figure out how to let it go because I can't really get myself together for my husband. Facts. Like I've heard women talking and shit about that.
In real life.
Shit.
Let what go?
They gotta let go of the toys.
Oh, with their husbands? You're talking about married women?
Yes, like I have
My
heard.
wife don't use that shit. She don't use no toys.
Why does a married woman, unless the couple has toys, but if that's not the case, why does the wife have sexual pleasure toys and she has a whole husband? That's a good
Because
question.
they was addicted to it before they even got married.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hold on.
Thank
Y'all
you.
lumping everybody in one thing. My wife don't got no toys. She don't use that shit. She don't.
I'm
They
sorry,
was
but I
using it.
She may be using them when you're not at home. Some women wait for their man to go to work and then she'll get the bazooka out. Yo, they wait for the guy. So this guy may be saying the wife doesn't use the toys. Yeah, when she's with you. But as soon as you go home, you go to work, she's going to bring the bazooka.
Way before he came into the picture. And they addicted to it. They fuck themselves up.
If I see my wife with a toy, I'm getting a divorce. you want that or me?
She's going to hide them.
Like a lot of times they like to talk about the guys, but the females is fucked up.
Yeah.
They fucked up. These chicks, they hennied up all the time. They fucked up.
Damn.
They smoke mad hookah. They smoke bong.
Yeah, they fucked up in real life,
Too much
bro.
weed.
And they need to stop that smoking hookah messes with your. Y'all better stop smoking that, man.
Here in New York, if you're not as masculine as the woman, they'll call you gay.
Facts.
Yeah,
And
bro.
that's hard to
So that's a thing.
They talk like
then-
men too.
And then you can separately say, I do personally believe that there are a lot of gay men out here. And they fucking with men and they fucking with women at the same time. I think that part of the reason of that is a lot of niggas been going back and forth to jail. That's number one. And I think that another factor in it is a lot of niggas is getting overstimulated with porn.
That's true. On IG.
And some are just
I don't even think people need to go to, Pornhub and shit anymore. There's Instagram, literally. There's Twitter or X, literally full of naked women. But anyway, man, shout out to Anton Daniels. That was really funny. Did you guys see this? Let me play the video right now. Did you guys see this? I don't know if they saw it, but did you guys see this? For all the men in the chat. What up, Mrs. Plum? Welcome to the chat. Did you guys see this? Oh my God, the women are going crazy over this. Oh my God, DNA testing. Watch this.
There's a new bill in the Ohio House named the Right to Know Act, sponsored by State Representative Josh Williams.
Laura Sandlin joins us from the studio this morning. So, Laura, what should people know about this?
Tim, Kaylee, the act is all about requiring hospitals to offer genetic testing at birth to verify paternity, as well as reduce any errors that could possibly happen in hospitals. According to sponsor Josh Williams, the testing is optional and it would require the consent of both involved parties. Parents can decline, however, both parents would need to acknowledge that they were informed of the availability. Additionally, he says the act is also meant to reduce any risk for baby swaps or identification error. However,
she said both parents need to say yes to the DNA testing. I have a question. If the mother is having, she has the baby and the father is over there, and then the father suggests, and then the doctor is like, hey, do you guys want to do a DNA test? And the father is like, yes, but the mother says no. How many women would say yes right there after giving birth? And the dad asks for a DNA test. Ladies, I think time is up. For some of you guys, your mom told you your dad is your dad, but that's not your dad. And there's no way your dad to find out because he never did a DNA test. DNA test at birth. Women are not going to like this. Now, they're making it optional. It's not mandatory, but I can tell you right now, women are not going to like this.
the act is mainly targeted at unmarried couples in the state in order to help reduce any legal or financial burdens related to establishing paternity through court, as well.
Wait, unmarried? What about the married couples? I know they assume if you guys are married, the kid belongs to the dad. But I'm just saying, we have seen stories of how Men raise kids, and then after 10 years, 20 years, we get to find out all 3 kids don't belong to him. So I don't know why they're only making it specifically for single people. They should make it for everybody. They shouldn't even make it an option. It should be mandatory. If we're gonna make the child support mandatory and taking care of your kids mandatory, we might as well make DNA testing mandatory at birth,
as well as any possible legal disputes later. The act is a part of Williams' Family First agenda, focused on supporting families, and he says the right to know is all about strengthening family units, reducing court cases, as well as creating accessibility for biological parents.
I agree.
We require our hospitals, which we give a ton of state money to make this available to the parents. And parents have the right to say no thank you or engage in the practice and establish paternity to the child. I think it's very important that we get these things established very early on, because the last thing we want is someone raising a child for 5, 6, 7 years believing it's theirs.
Mm-hmm. And that's for the man, because we already know who the mother is. The mother just gave birth to the kid, so we know who the mother is. So when he says the last thing we want to do is to let a person, he said somebody raise a kid that doesn't belong to him. They talk about the men. So this is a win for men. Trust me, women are not going to like this, because like I told you, as soon as the woman is done giving birth, the doctors are going to come in. You guys want to do a DNA test? I can guarantee you right now, 90% of women are going to say no. So guys, give me 1 second.
The act still needs to be approved by the Ohio Senate, as well as reported by the committee, as well as being passed by the House before it would be sent to the governor. And right now, they're waiting on a fiscal analysis to determine the cost, as well as if state funding will be needed. Reporting live in studio, Laura Sandlin for WTOL 11.
She's
Guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. All right. Next video. What's up, Metreon? Welcome back to the chat. All right, next video. Metreon, you just missed. We just went through DNA testing. They're going to be doing DNA testing at birth. No more child support without us knowing who the real dad is. And we said that women are going to like it, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let me go to the next video real quick here. Do that. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, let's go to no for gays. All right, let's go.
Ladies, what is your duty in a relationship and to society? Let's get it started early.
I love this question because I've mastered it. I know what the answer is.
Yeah, you go last. Then. Let's start with Shaniqua.
Shaniqua.
I said Shaniqua.
Period.
Why do you always have to start with
Shaniqua, what's your duty in a relationship and in a society? Go ahead. Or not even like in general. What's the woman's duty?
I think that's based off of the man and the woman, ideally for that specific relationship. So for me and the man that I end up being with, I guess, you know, naturally we'll say like, oh, we're supposed to cook and clean and take care of the kids and be supportive of our husband and blah, blah, blah. But the man that you end up being with, it may be, it's based off his needs. So I would say not to forget yourself as a woman, but you know, so that's a hard question to say what my duty would be because that's based off of me.
Okay, so how about this? You don't have to speak about your personal life. You can just speak in general, right? So in general, what do you think a woman's duty in a relationship is? And what is the woman's duty in society?
So I would say a partnership. That's a big one for me. So to balance my man. So simply where, you know, there's things areas that he may lack, I can pick up and vice versa. So we would have to be able to, you know, there's a balance. We kind of find that in a relationship.
So it's partnership, like it's equal?
It's a partnership. Yeah. I mean, yeah, considerably. Like he's my rib. So
okay.
King, queen, you know how that go. So
yeah, but I feel what you're saying, but there's a different dynamic with king and queen. Like if the queen dies, you know, the king just gets another queen.
Yeah.
But if the king dies, the kingdom is gonna be in some trouble.
Well, you got to think because if a king dies, as you know, as woman and how the world goes around, women always figure it out, and a queen continues until another man can pick up this place. So the king can pick up. So I didn't seen it both ways. But as far as a king and queen, yes, a king can lead, but a king always has his queen's ear, even though he may, you know, he might have the final say, but I've never seen a queen not hear his woman's point of view.
Okay. But that's the good thing that you said. You said the king will have the final say. You think that like the man in the relationship should have the final say.
Here we go.
I'm big on
anytime they say on such a simple question, that was a yes or no question. Either the man has the final say or he doesn't. Shouldn't be you can't talk about king and queen and then when it comes to does the man have the final say and then you're like no.
Of leadership. I love, as long as a man is understanding that he is not God.
See?
But he is the man, I'm okay with him leading correctly. You know?
God.
Why do you have to put all those weird, as long as it's not God, as long as it doesn't abuse me, as long as it doesn't do all these things, like why do you have to do all that? It's either he's the leader, you follow him, that's it.
What terms? Like, are you Christian or what do you mean?
I'm Christian.
Oh, you're Christian. So you know, and I believe, I don't know the exact verse, 1 Corinthians, but it says, wives, submit to your husbands, like as the Lord. So pretty much like submit to your husband as the Lord.
And they always forget the scriptures where a man submits to
That
their
doesn't mean
wife.
they're the Lord.
It's always they always.
Yeah, but it's not as it's
As.
the verse is.
As.
It doesn't say that in the
It
Bible.
doesn't say that. So what it
Yeah,
what it
as.
actually says is the difference, the distinction between the two is wives submit to your husbands as to the Lord, and then it says husbands submit to your wives as Christ submits to the church.
Yes.
So that's the distinction. It's not saying that
Men are the Lord.
man is subordinate to the woman. Not at all, because is the church subordinate to? Is Christ subordinate to the church? No, Christ isn't subordinate to the church. The church is subordinate to Christ. But the clear distinction is that when it says that wives submit to your husbands as to the Lord, it's saying that essentially, as it is on earth, the husband is your Lord. The same way you submit to the Lord, you submit to your husband.
That's not what it's saying.
But it's not saying that.
Yeah, people always, especially women, always want to add in that to make it seem like they are equal to the man in the relationship. So anytime the conversation of submission, leadership, and the man being the leader, and that verse is brought in, women always want to cling on the fact that Jesus said men should also submit to their wife, but they forget to which I understand it exactly how he said it. Now, obviously, women change it to appeal to themselves. But I think, to me, in my understanding, he was just trying to say, he used the word submission, but not in the way a woman submits to the man, because that wouldn't make sense. It was more of the way maybe listen or care about them, something like that. That's how I understand it. Women understand it like it's a 50-50. Obviously, it's a 50-50 to submission, but it's not a 50-50 in bills and providing. Just saying.
That's exactly. It says
as you look at the beginning
you said the key word as.
And as you look at the beginning
to
of
your
the
husband,
Bible,
that's your Lord.
Eve was the rib; she wasn't his foot. So I'm not beneath you. I'm next I'm your
beside
rib.
you.
So again, there's a balance. So
It's
what
a
I'm
balance.
saying is, long as you know the pyramid that you are not God, you can lead by God. And if you're leading under God, then I'm understanding that my man can lead properly
Correct.
by God. You're leading correctly, so I will submit to that.
Okay. So then you submit to your man as long as he's submitting to God.
So if you break down the terms,
But
even if I
answer that
submit
real
to my
quick, because
man.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, you want a God-fearing man.
So what's the question?
And real quick, so we can have this. I know you're putting in your 2 cents, but it's like distracting the conversation. No, not you. It was to her because she's asking questions and speaking. But answer that. So, are you saying that? I'm sorry. That last sentence that you said. Say it again.
I don't know what I said.
You submit to your man as long as he's submitting to God.
Yeah, that part. So
you gotta understand that everything is with context. So for me, it's like, a man who's praying to God and he's getting his answers from God, he's going to lead correctly.
Amen.
So I can submit to a man because that man knows that as a leader, he still
needs to be led.
He still pays attention to the concerns of his woman to lead properly. He understands the foundation of the household. So with that being said, I can submit to that. He's leading correctly. So I can submit to that. I won't submit to nothing toxic. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to marry into nothing toxic, but I mean.
No, fair enough.
That's more.
No,
of a
I would
question for
say
somebody
that
who is married because
I would say that the contradiction within your statements is this. So you said that you want it to be a partnership. You say that you also want the relationship between men and women. Since it's a partnership, you look at it equal. But then you also say that the man has the final say. That's why I asked you twice. Well, are you sure the man should have the final say? If the man has the final say, and even when we look in biblical scriptures, there's a clear distinction of a hierarchy in a relationship, meaning that the man is the head. That's a hierarchy to things. The woman submits to the man as to the Lord. The same way she submits to the Lord, she submits to her man. That's okay. So look at that. So therefore, if the woman is submitting to the man just like she's submitting to God, there isn't any equalness, right? Because the distinction between it doesn't say for the man to submit to the wife like he submits to the Lord. No, it says for the man, submit to your wife as Christ submits to the church, right? Now, is Christ
Right.
subordinate to the church? Christ isn't subordinate to the church. So the man isn't subordinate to the woman. But the church is subordinate to Christ, which means that the wife should be subordinate to the man. That's the clear distinction. A relationship between men and women aren't equal. You ladies don't want it to be equal. You all want a man that's taller, stronger, preferably makes more money, if not the same. You want a man that's doing better than you. If you met
No, they just pick and choose when they want a man to be a leader, when they want to submit. You know what I mean? So they'll say, I want to submit to you when it's time to pay my rent. I will submit to you when it's time for you to give me money. But when it's time for me to go out to my homegirls, I will not submit to you. So you're not the leader of me. I'm my own person. I'm an independent woman. I'll go out to my girls' trips. When I want to, I'll cook for you when I want to cook for you. But when it's time for you to be a man, now I'll submit to you. When she wants something from you, she will submit. But when she doesn't want anything, she won't. So they pick and choose when they want to submit. You know what I mean? So it's not that they really, really want to submit, but they submit because, they want something from you. That's why it goes back to when a woman doesn't want anything from you, she can never be nice to you for no reason. But you as a man, you're supposed to be nice and be a man all the time. So imagine a men started picking and choosing when they want to be leaders. Women wouldn't like it. They don't like it.
a man that was your height, made your same amount of income, had your same type of jokes, you'll be like, oh, yeah, nigga, you kind of just like me, your girl. So you don't want no dude that's on your level. You want a dude that's doing better than you, which means it creates that hierarchy. You're looking for a superior, basically. You're looking for a leader. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's supposed to be a leader.
So answer this one part for me if you could. Generally speaking, what's the woman's duty in society?
It's back to me.
Yeah, back to you. Because I'm sorry, it's a two-pronged question.
I mean, into society,
nothing, be independent.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna do. I'm more so focused on my family. So as far as society, that is based off of how I am as a woman. It's more of an acts of service thing. So I mean, I constantly meet different people. So I kind of just deliver what someone may need, whether spiritual, love, friendship. I kind of just, it's kind of like an acts of service thing. So I think that's really just, I'm a giver. So
okay,
that's just about the only
so
thing.
your duty, woman's duty in society should just be like giving and nurturing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I know from birth. So.
And Priscilla, two-pronged question. Let's try to get through this
Yeah.
a little bit better there. A little bit quicker there. But it was a good back and forth. So first question to this two-pronged question is, what's the woman's duty in a relationship?
I think the woman's duty and or the man's duty is to give
We're talking
100%
about the woman now.
to whatever they could contribute to the relationship to make it a success. It doesn't mean
fair.
that the man has to do more than the woman or the woman has to do more than the man. It means that you use both of your features, your blessings, your
Not answering
talents
the
to
question.
make it work. And between you both and as a family, you can make it succeed. There's nothing in specific.
She didn't answer the question. She
Okay,
avoided that.
so there's actually no duties, then, is what your answer is. There's no duties.
We all have duties, right? When
What
we
are
go to
those?
work, we all have duties. We all have jobs, but there's nothing specific because all of us are individual. So you as a man
Yeah.
today could be good in reading, good in researching, but this man might be just good with his hands.
So that
I'll
would
do
be
the
different.
research. I'll do the reading.
Yeah,
You
that-
work with your hands. Whatever it takes for the relationship to work and succeed. There is no certain task.
They are.
We all use our best features to make it work.
I get what you're saying, but what you're saying, respectfully, it doesn't make sense. I'll tell you how.
Doesn't.
So you use the analogy as far as work. In work, there's different duties. Like, for an example, some people file paperwork. Some people are on a computer. They're doing processing. Some people are on a phone call. They have distinct duties, distinct roles within this corporation. So we live in a country where it's basically a corporation to the United States. So if I'm asking you, well, that's the second prong question. But if I'm just asking you, what's the woman's duty in the relationship? If your answer is, well, there really isn't any duty.
No,
I
no,
help
no, no.
out
There's
here
nothing
where you help
specific.
out.
Not that there's no duty. There's nothing specific.
There is something specific, but the reason she's saying there's nothing specific because she doesn't know what she's supposed to do for a man. And this is what I've been saying, and so many people have been saying this for so long. Most women in 2025 were raised to get something from a man, not to do anything for a man. They have the mindset, they have a list of everything men should do. Provide for me, care for me, call me, listen to me, be my therapist, good sex, ABCD, cook for me, take me out, trips, buy me clothes, buy me a new phone, give me upkeep, give me rent money. They have a list of things they expect men to do for them. They don't have a list of what they should do for a man. That's why when he's asking, what are you going to do for a man? Oh, no, there's nothing specific. We're going to figure it out. We never figure it out. Relationships are literally like a corporation, like he was saying. They are duties. Now, you may not talk about it, but you're going to find out that the man pays the rent, she cooks sometimes, she does this. Everyone is going to find their way, but there are specific tasks. The reason she doesn't want to answer the question because she doesn't know what she can do for a man.
For me to give you a duty, I have to see what you're
lacking.
No, not what you're lacking, what your specialty, what you're good at. And what you're good at, I'm going to give you that duty.
Those are vague.
So I have to see who you are first. It's not, we all have to have duties to complete any task.
Got you. So
that's common sense.
Hypothetically,
but
in the relationship.
What I'm saying is that you cannot tell me, I cannot explain to you exactly what is my duty as a wife in a relationship. It is whatever it takes for that relationship to work. As long as we're both giving the same effort.
Okay, here's a better, because you're going back and forth. And one way you're saying that, I'm not saying that there isn't a duty. That's what you're saying. Because I'm saying
must be a duty for any task to be completed.
It must be a duty for any task to be complete. Okay, so then my question, just to get some more understanding of your view, is there a specific duty that men are inherently better at? And is there a specific duty that women are inherently better at?
She's probably going to say.
I cannot say that specifically because we're all different individuals. Right? No one man is the same. In general, if you want to say statistically, men generally are stronger than women.
So
women are generally more organized than men. But in one relationship, you could have where the woman is stronger, and the man is more resourceful, but it works for them, and they're all living happily, and they all, there is no one specific task. It's whatever it takes for the relationship to work, for everybody to be happy and to be successful.
So there's exceptions to every rule, right? But in order for us to, reason, right? If you're going to reason, if you look at a parking lot, you would use reasoning skills to say, oh, it's only 4 handicap parking spaces, but generally there's 200 regular parking spaces like at a mall or something like that.
Like I said, all this shit, she doesn't want to answer that question because, like I told you, women don't want to be, she doesn't want to put in a position where she has to do something for a man. Because it would have been simple to be like, I'll cook for my man. Even something as simple as cooking. She can't even say it. She's like, oh, we'll just figure it out as we go. But when the rent is due, if I took this girl on a date, guess what? She's going to know in the back of her mind that my role on that date is to pay for the date when she's done eating. How funny is that she will know that the man pays on the first date? I wish, because I'm watching this in real time, I wish he could ask her who pays on the first date. You think she's going to be like, oh, it depends. We're just going to go and see. We're just going to go on a date and see who pays and maybe figure it out. No, when it comes to a man's role, she will know. I wish he can ask her, what happens if you're walking with your man and another man slaps your bat? What should happen? What should your man do? She will know what the man should do.
Reason being is they use reason and logic behind it because they know that, well, most people aren't handicapped, so we're only going to do a few, parking spots for the handicapped people, but for the majority, the general population, let's do more regular parking spots. So when I'm asking you the question, in general, we do know that there's exceptions to the rule, that there's weak men.
I wouldn't say
there's a man.
I wouldn't say that a man that is not strong is weak. He might be strong mentally. He might be strong in organizing. Well,
Yeah, yeah, but
I
we're
might
speaking
be
about-
deficit in that.
Yeah, we're speaking
That
about
doesn't mean that
physically
he's
strong.
weak because he's physically not strong. Doesn't mean he's weak. He could be mentally very strong, and
That is
that's what
true.
I need for me to be successful.
Yeah, that is true. Men. I think that men are generally mentally stronger than women, but that's another topic and discussion, or maybe another debate we can have. But what I'm saying here is, if we're speaking about, I asked you the question: is there something inherent as far as a man's duty that is specific to a man? And you said yes, the man is stronger, so obviously, generally, his duty would be protecting. You said, what you say about women? You said women are better organizers. So what would the woman's duty be?
Organize the
Doing
house.
laundry? All right,
No,
good.
no, I
In
wouldn't say
kitchen
the
cooking.
laundry.
Nah, good, I
Excuse
like
me,
that one.
the laundry, the kitchen. No.
In the kitchen, cooking, doing
I would
laundry.
say
I like
organize
that
maybe the bills.
You say the laundry, the kitchen. No, you know what that means? I told you. For her, in her mind, she's not supposed to do those things for a man. But she knows what men are supposed to do. And guess what? If she thinks like that, chances are her friends think like that, and then chances are the friends of those friends think like that. And this is what you see out here right now. Like, if you meet a woman, even if she claims to be a good woman, what do her friends look like? What do they do? What type of habits do they partake in? So yeah, she may be a good woman, but if our friends are feminists, chances are you're going to run into the same issue. You feel me? So anyway, man, shout out to No Fugazi podcast. This was good. Mrs. Plum, you came in late, but I was already here. And then what happened was my stream got some issues. Then I had to come back again, and then again, and then again. It was crazy. But we cooked for some time before you came in, actually. Just give me 1 second. Let me check something here. Let me see if I have one more video for you guys, because there's something I wanted to do, but I can't see it. Give me 1 second. All right, I have this crazy video I wanted to play for you guys. It's just a short video, but it was crazy. Let me see if it's gonna work. Give me 1 second. I just want to see if it's gonna work here. It's on Instagram, but we'll see if it's gonna work. All right, it's gonna work. All right, so here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Let me put it on. Just one more. Let me just share this real quick. Yeah, this was crazy. This was crazy. All right, I need to replay it to restart it. All right, here we go.
Good update. I'm so grateful for you.
So you was on the show before? Okay.
Okay, so my segment, you had asked me a question like about basically, what did you ask me? Oh, why me and my son's father didn't work out. And I was like, oh, whatever, we had this went on. And then everyone in the comments were like, because I basically told you asked how much did he make, because I was saying how much he used to ask people like in depth how much they wanted the person that they wanted to make. So he made millions, and everyone in the comments were like, oh, she's this, she's lying, he's not on child support, because you asked me why isn't he on child support too.
Is there a minimum money requirement you would take, or it doesn't matter to you?
And again, I don't want this to sound bad, but 6 figures and on the higher end.
High 6 figures. So I mean, what's your definition of high 6 figures?
300,000, 400,000. Like the people I dated, that's what they've made. So that's what I feel.
Right. But okay. So let's go back to your child's father. Did he make around that amount of money?
He's a millionaire. Yeah.
Okay. So why didn't you work things out with him?
I told you, it just got really well, I'm not going to stay with someone for the money. The relationship got really bad. He had a child on me. It just wasn't healthy.
But what do you expect when you are looking just for a man who makes thousands and thousands of dollars? Like, what's the percentage of men who make $300,000 in the US? That's what 2, maybe 5%? She keeps saying, she said that it's not about the money, but she's adamant about the fact that the guy has to make upper 6 figures. Like, I mean, she's not a bad-looking woman, so I see where the delusion comes from. Because maybe those guys, the rich guys, do actually talk to her, but I mean, it's getting bad, man.
So people were like in the comments saying they're little whatever. I said that I wanted someone who made 500,000 or more, or something like that. I got my man.
You got your man? So how did you get your man from the show? Like, how did it work?
Yes. So let me tell you, I did it on the 26th or 25th of November. I was talking to him by the 28th. So what actually happened was he said that his friend sent him a regular video. After the video was our video. So it just came up on the feed, and then he actually DM'd me. And it was just the way that he was talking to me, asking me the correct questions, everything that I needed to, everything that I wanted, it was him.
He's running game. He's running game. He's gonna clap chicks. I'm telling you, there is no man with money, right, who's gonna go for a woman who's only looking for money and doesn't just want to clap chicks. I can guarantee we could, so she called back in to let everyone know she got the man with the money. I hope and wish she can call back in 6 months or maybe even a year's time to give us an update about how it's going. I can bet you she's never going to call back. You know what? Because it's going to clap cheeks. Because the worst thing a woman can do is say she's only looking for a man with a certain, income bracket. And then the man sees that because the man watched the video. So he comes for her. Can anybody really tell me that he wants her because she's just such a nice lady, such a sweetheart, or maybe because he has the money that she wants and he's just going to clap cheeks? I'm going to be honest.
He's a doctor, and he actually was in West Palm Beach at the time. He had a place here, but he was working out of West Palm Beach. That same weekend, I think we talked on the phone for 4 hours on FaceTime. And then we finally met in person, and we've been together ever since.
One last time, because people swear that men that make a certain amount of money don't watch the show. And I always push back on it because I know that men of a certain caliber actually do watch the show. But he makes $500K or more.
More. Yeah.
More.
And that was what I said that I wanted. Everyone's like, yeah. Plenty of businesses.
He's not gonna.
Yeah. So they on here. Ladies, they are on here. They are on here.
She's bragging on a man's money. A smart man would know that, okay, it's all about the money. He's going to clap cheeks. Because think about it. She said she has had plenty of men who make that much money. She has dated plenty of them. Ask yourself, how come she has never kept one? That's a simple question. That should have been the question Kendra should have been asking. Like, if you're only dating and requiring men who make this kind of money, and you're saying all these men approach you with this kind of money, how come you have never kept one? She claimed she got the baby daddy was making millions, but he cheated. Duh, men who make that kind of money are probably gonna have plenty other women who want them. So guess what? It comes with the territory, right? Because she's a beautiful woman. I'm not kidding. She is beautiful, right? She's gorgeous. But men don't want to be used outright. That a man doesn't want to know, I'm only here because I make this kind of money. If I was working at Walmart, she probably wouldn't be with me. Any man who knows that is just going to be there, spoil her, treat her nice, clap them cheeks. And when he's tired, he's going to move on to the next one who wants money like that. They are there. They watch the show, sure, but they just want to clap cheeks. Let's go through the comments. The first comment says, don't lose him now, running your mouth. Yeah, she came back to the show just to tell people that she got a man who makes money. That's crazy. This lady says, why brag about how much she makes? Yeah, because that's what she cares about. Is she this one? No, I don't know if. Oh, this. Yeah, I think. Oh my gosh, she's the one. She says, my son's dad owns a digital marketing firm in ATL. He made millions. Yes, he's black. We co-parent well, and I don't have him on my child support. He's an amazing man. And our son, 14, lives with his dad. So there's nice looking black wealthy man out here. I'm happy for her. Congratulations. Oh, this is another single mom. Obviously, you're gonna find those who, big themselves up. And then this one says she got the man that she wants. Look at God. But she has met plenty of men like that, and she couldn't keep them. She got the man that she wants for now, and he's going to clap cheeks and he's going to leave her. Obviously, there are women who are, delusional land. She's gorgeous. I'll agree. So this comment says she's gorgeous. I'm rooting for black women, sisterhood, right? A man making $500K wanting to settle down with someone else's baby mama, something ain't adding up. But hey, that's true. She's about to trigger a lot of broke men with their broke mentality. No, she's not going to trigger shit. We just have to look at the patterns. Okay, the pattern is her baby daddy used to make millions. She couldn't keep it. The pattern is she says she's been dating she has dated multiple guys who make lots of money. She couldn't keep them. So what makes her think, right, she's going to keep this new man who makes $500,000? Whatever she did wrong in those relationships or whatever they did wrong, it's going to be a repeat. This one says, why didn't he come back on the show showing with her? I agree. She's right. Good for her. Manifest what you want. You can manifest all you want. And then this one, she looks like a woman who has a man making $500,000. Skin clear. She looks good. I would agree. This one says, this made me smile. Yes, girly. Obviously, a bunch of that. Lord, it's me again. They always pray to God to bring them a man. They never pray to God to help them become a better woman for the man that they're praying for. Anyway, that will be the last video. I gotta head out. Shout out to Mrs. Plum. Mr. You're late to the show, but thank you for coming on. I started a long time ago. This was the second stream for the day. But shout out to you, bro, for being in the chat. I will see you under my videos. So shout out to you for supporting your boy. Shout out Mrs. Plum, Evil AD if he's still in here, Metreon, Mr. Steel, what's the name? I just saw Steel something. Oh my God, I can't even read the name. What's the name? The name disappeared in the chat. All right, guys, I'll catch you. I may come on Thursday for an hour or maybe 2, but yeah, I'll see you guys then. Shout out. Peace out.